Hi, this is Sandra Henry Stalker, author of the Unix as a Second Language blog on Network World. In this Linux tip, we're going to explore how to use if commands to check the status of files. So, for example, if we run a test like this, the -e is saying it's testing whether the file exists. So we're saying if some file exists, then display the message. Otherwise, we're going to display no such file. And just for the record, in this test and all the other tests that we're going to do, if you use an exclamation point at the beginning of a test, it negates it. So in this case, we're seeing whether no file doesn't exist. And if it doesn't exist, we display no such file. Some other tests are like -d, which tests whether a file is a directory, and -s, that checks whether a file has some content. In other words, it doesn't have a zero length. And the -w checks whether a file is writable. So we can do that like this, and yes, it is writable, where -x tests whether a file is executable. In other words, whether you have execute permission. And apparently in that case we did not. NT just checks whether one file is newer than the other. So if some file is newer than other file, we're going to get that message, some file is newer. And these are the files that we are working on in this test. And you can see, you can check to see whether the permissions all make sense to you. For example, yes, mydir is a directory. And let's see, the some file is not executable, and so on. Well, this is your Linux tip for using the if command to check the status of files. If you have questions or would like to suggest a topic, please add a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to the IDG Tech Talk channel on YouTube. If you like this video, please hit the like and share buttons. For more Linux tips, be sure to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and networkworld.com.